Bafana Bafana are currently in Marrakech to prepare for their final Group B match against our neighbours, Zimbabwe. Let's take you live there now where Coach Hugo Broos is addressing the media.
It's okay. Yeah, for sure, this is an important game for us. We can qualify for the next round, and we are a little bit in the same situation than 2 years ago in the group stages in Ivory Coast. We were also in the last game. We had not to lose, and this is the same thing for tomorrow. If we don't lose the game tomorrow, we are in the next round, and that is the most important thing for us. The other way, we all know that the opponent of tomorrow will be a tough one. It's not the first time we play against Zimbabwe. I'm 4 years in as a coach in South Africa, and every qualifier for Afcon or for World Cup, Zimbabwe was in our group. So we know them very well. They know us very well also, but they also like to win against us. We felt that already in the previous matches. So again, it will be tough tomorrow, and we have to achieve our best level to make a good result.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I think as the coach has alluded to the game, it's very important to get a result tomorrow. For us, we are focused on the game. We want to not lose that game, but we know a victory will also be good motivation going to the next round. So for us, we are really looking forward to playing the game and hopefully getting the result. Thank you.
Good morning. Morning, everyone. Yassine Shawi, journalist at the Moroccan News Agency. My question. Hello, test. Is it good now? Thank you. My question for both coach and player. What lessons did you take from the last 2 games, and how can they help you against Zimbabwe? Thank you.
Our two last games. The first one was good. We won it. The second one was not so good because we had a defeat. But again, I'm still frustrated about the result against Egypt because, again, the game was decided by 2 decisions. And 2 decisions were not right for me. And I repeat again, for the moment there are so many rules that nobody knows anymore what to decide when there's something happening. And that was the case, I think, in the 2 things that happened. First, the penalty against us. Okay, my player touched Salah, but it was not a kick it was just touching. So if you get a yellow card for that, okay. But if you get a penalty for that I don't understand. And then the penalty that we didn't get, it's a clear handsball. The player blocked the ball, a shot to the goal. And then they explain it as a supporting arm. This is really nonsense, but okay. And therefore, again, I was very frustrated. I said also the first half against Egypt was not good from our side. But the second half, yes, we dominated it. We had a few chances. So a little bit needed a little bit luck also that we didn't have. But it will not be so important for the game of tomorrow. The game of tomorrow is totally different, and we are confident, that is for sure. Even we are frustrated, and maybe there is an extra motivation for us tomorrow to do it very good.
I think the biggest lessons we've taken away, from this tournament, it's not how you do it. It's just you have to do it. You have to get a result. And I think we saw in the previous 2 games, we fought for it against Angola. We were able to get a 2-1 victory. But I also think being solid, as a team and keeping clean sheets will take us a long way in this tournament, because I think we have conceded 2 now. But I think going back to the previous Afcon, we kept a number of clean sheets, which help us go through to the semi-finals. And I think that's going to be very important. So I think that's the biggest takeaway from the tournament right now.
Right, good morning. Coach, let's look at your tactical approach to the game. Will you be making any changes to your starting formation against Zimbabwe, considering your recent performance against Egypt? And also, you are on record, saying Zimbabwe are very low play side and lower than South Africa as well. How will be your approach coming into this game, looking at your last game against Zimbabwe, which was a draw in the World Cup qualifier? Looking into that, and for the player as well, for the Captain Sibisi, for you, what kind of motivation is it for you playing against Zimbabwe because of the rivalry that exists between the 2 teams? And looking at the past game as well, I'm sure it's a winners take all kind of match, and it is at a neutral venue. You won't be enjoying much of the home advantage like in the previous games.
So first of all, if there should be changes tomorrow, I will not tell you. I think you understand that. So there is one. And secondly, okay, there was before that we won 3-1. So it's not because we played 0-0 that game in October that now we are starting doubting and saying, oh yeah, it was 0-0. But again, we are aware of the fact that we will play against a very motivated opponent tomorrow. And that for Zimbabwe also, it's also nice, always nice to take points of South Africa. So they will do it tomorrow, and they have even a chance to be second. So the motivation with them will be very big also. So again, it will be a very tough game for us.
Yeah, look, I think when it comes to the motivation side, we are always motivated, to play against Zimbabwe. I think, as the coach has mentioned as well, we've played them, I think, a couple of times in the qualifiers. So for us, I think, going into tomorrow's game, we know it's not going to be easy, especially between the rivalry. We are neighbours, and I think we had the upper hand in them in the qualifiers. So going into tomorrow's game, it won't be easy, but I think if we bring our A game and focus on the game at hand, we'll definitely make it through.
Hello, Coach. Lorenz from Middlesky Times. You speak about the penalty that was given to Salah, but the incident itself where Mudau flailed his arm, he does it often. We've seen it in the PSL. Is there an element that you speak to him to say you need to watch out for that because it could lead to a penalty? I know you contested the decision, but the fact that it's not something that's the first time it happened, do you speak to him and say, you need to watch out of that because it could lead to a penalty again.
Yeah, but first of all, it was not the intention of Kolisa to slam Salah. He just wanted to protect. And this is also something you have to take in account when you look at the pictures, at the fact that he was not really doing this. He was just protecting. And if you touch the player, then it's the difference between touching and hitting. And this is what I say. There are too many rules now. When there's something happening, yeah, is it that, is it that, is it that the sun is shining or the rain is falling or whatever? Yeah, and that is not true. So the evidence of things is lost now. And that is a pity. That's why they give them a yellow card and a penalty, because for them it was hitting the player. And this is not true. And if Salah, after the game, when I asked him, hey, what's this? You know, in Premier League, they kill you every week, and now he said, yeah, but, okay, he hit me. He touched me, sorry. But I was so surprised that it was penalty. And this is something they have to learn also when there is a VAR and when they see things like that. What is the intention of a player? When there's somebody going alone to the keeper and you kick him from behind, yeah, there is no question then. Yeah, this is up, red. Go home, man. You don't do that. And this is frustrated when you see that. But again, yeah, you can tell the players, guys, take attention, but this and that. But then they're not free to play anymore. If a player has to think, oh yes, no, I have to keep my arms like this. Come on, this is not football. So and they have to look for the difference between what is really happening there. And not always going to facts from, yeah, look, he's going with his and he's yellow and a penalty. So, and that is what I mean when I say too much rules. But you can't ask the players and saying, hey, take attention now. The only thing you can say when you're in the 16, keep your arms to your body. Don't. That's the only thing. But for the rest, yeah, it's in the game. It's emotional. And again, Kolisa didn't want to hit Salah. He just touched him.
Soms ESPN Africa. A question for the coach and player. Coach, first of all, I'm wondering if Salah perhaps also had anything to say about the quality of defensive players that he came up against in that game. And Nkosinathi, is there anything in particular that the centre-backs are maybe doing? Because there's so many quality centre-backs in the squad, maybe to earn their places in training and also make sure that iron continues to sharpen iron.
Can you repeat the question?
Was there anything in particular that Salah maybe said to you also about the quality of defensive players he came up against? Because I thought you put a really solid defensive unit out against.
That's true, and that's what I said already. The first half was not good from our side. That is for sure. We had the intention to do something else, but it didn't succeed. That is for true. At the other side, I think that Salah in Premier League, there are more tougher contacts than that. And at that moment, there is nothing happening. The only thing he said, yes, the player hit me, and I was for a few seconds, yeah. He took advantage of what happened, but that is not a reason that the referee or the VAR has to do that. So again, I agree with you that maybe we were not at our level in the first half, that things didn't succeed what we tried to do. But at the other side, again, this is not a yellow card. Yeah, this is a yellow card, but certainly not a penalty. And it's normal. It's normal that a player like Salah, with a professional like he is, that he tried to take advantage of that fact.
Coming back to your question, I think, as you've mentioned, to say iron sharpens iron. And I think it speaks to the quality that we have, not only in the central defense position, but everywhere around the pitch, So I think whether it's me playing or other guys playing, you couldn't tell the difference, you know, and I think that's how it should be, and you know, it will help in strengthening our team. So for me, it's just like that.
Brian Lee, African Football. Coach, the Zimbabwe coach spoke before about the mentality and the mental recovery of the players, and he also spoke about your game and that Bafana can't cry over spilt milk. Is that mentality something that you worry about going into the next game, considering how you lost to Egypt and the bad decisions not going your way?
No, not at all. And again, this is the evaluation of the coach of Zimbabwe. So I don't listen to what other coach is saying about my team. I know how my team is. I know that they will be ready for the game of tomorrow, and we will see after 90 minutes what the score is.
Hi Coach, Mark Morton, Backpage Media. Coach, how surprised were you that Egypt lined up with 5 at the back? And what did that say about the impression that South Africa is leaving in terms of an attacking threat that nations such as Egypt are now deciding to go 5 at the back against Bafana Bafana?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, let's hope that Egypt is playing tomorrow for the 9 points. At the other side, I should understand that the coach wants to save some players from injuries or whatever, so that he maybe put other players in the team, and maybe that Egypt shouldn't be that strong anymore. But I hope that they want to be first with 9 points in the group, and that they do everything to win the game tomorrow.
Good morning, everyone. My question is to Nkosinathi. Obviously, the coach speaking about the conversation that was had prior to the start of the tournament about rules and handballs and all of that. In this ever-changing landscape, just from a player's point of view, especially a defender, how tricky is it for you guys to keep up and to navigate, to know where to put your hands and when to jump in natural position or not? How do you guys navigate that?
Look, I think the game is becoming a bit difficult for everyone now. And I think, as you've mentioned, you know, you don't even know when to jump, when to use your hands, because when it comes to natural and unnatural, what might be unnatural to you might be natural to me. So it becomes blurred in those terms, you know. And yeah, no, it's a bit difficult. It's a bit difficult. Like I don't know how do we overcome that, you know. And for us as players, is we just have to play the game the best way we know how. And I think the rules is for the officials, you know, to take the decisions. But for us, it's a bit difficult.
Yes, thank you. Boldly, Velila here from the SABC. You are just one of, I think, about 9 of you were at the last Afcon in Cote d'Ivoire, and we've got, I think, about 16 players who are coming to the Afcon for the first time. And how has it been in the dressing room and also even at the hotel, having to just calm them down? I can imagine someone like really coming in when it was a pressure moment. At that time. So how has been the role of, because the coach always talks about the role that you guys play in assisting him in leading this team, and how important is also the experience of having been involved in a number of games of consequence with this Bafana team ahead of tomorrow?
Yeah, I think, you know, everyone within the squad is capable of delivering at any given time. And, you know, for us, our job is very, very simple. You know, we try to keep the guys level-headed. But in saying that, I think getting the first 3 points was a bit of a booster, you know, getting the pressure off. Because, you know, with the much younger squad, you never know what you're going to get. And I think for us, it's a bit of a challenge, you know, but I think we can definitely overcome the challenge.
Thank you so much. 1-2. Thank you so much. My question is for the coach. Coach, the last time when you guys faced Zimbabwe in the World Cup qualifiers in Durban, they were under a different coach. They are under a new coach now. You were saying it's going to be a very, very difficult game. What would you say would be the most dangerous part about this current Zimbabwe team?
They have a new coach, and they're playing a different way also. So this is not anymore Zimbabwe of 2 months ago, or even Zimbabwe of 6 months ago. They play different. They are very aggressive in the good way. It's not brutal, but they are aggressive. So and yeah, it's another team. So for us, again, it will be tough tomorrow, and we'll have to achieve our best level to beat them.
My question is for you, Bonella. Just to take you back to the issue of refereeing and stuff. And it's nice, I guess, to get it from a player's perspective these days sometimes. Isn't it important time that maybe officials must consult players when they take these decisions? So that, you know, you guys must make inputs, because they see it elsewhere, take decisions and then dump them on you guys, and you have to execute, which can be very, very difficult. Similarly with fixturing, they see it elsewhere, give you more games, you are not resting, and you know, you're just being piled up with a lot of stuff. Isn't it time that officials must take into considerations what players feel about certain situations?
For us, you know, we just want to play. You know, we just want to play, and I don't think, you know, such decisions. How can you call it? You know, I don't think such decisions are considered, you know, in terms of the player's perspective. But in saying that, you know, we can't cry over sportsmen and cry over, you know, certain decisions. You know, for us, we just have to do the job. You know, whatever decision they make, it's up to them, and whatever they do, it's final.